Retard.
So, hello. How are you all doing? Lee, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. And Klenk, hello. Tishke, moin. Hope you're all doing good. And Philip, hello. DK, hi. Spotting TLV, moin. Andreas, hi to DK and Hakan. And Philip. Bakaro, hello. And Hayden, hey, howdy. Hayden, thanks again for the help that you offered regarding the PC. It's kind of weird. I kind of managed better than I expected. So I guess my past experience with messing about with PCs has actually helped. So, but it's too early to tell. So if I run into any issues, I'll definitely give you a shout. And official Mike, hey, how you doing? Gunman, hey, how you doing? And Tyson, nice to see you guys. Der Klenk, guten Abend. Right, so yesterday I came back in the evening, and of course I did a update immediately of Microsoft, and I got pinged by so many people asking whether or not I would fly the A300, and I was like, oh, I've heard so many people having issues. And I don't know, I was just a little bit, well, let's say I had some reservations trying to stream it. If people are running into, oh, that's good to hear, Fly Leader. So don't use GSX, that's good to hear. Yeah, guys, I'm really helpful for any tips that you guys may have. Simply because, yeah, people have been telling me, for example, that they have had crashed the desktops by using the ACARS. So they requested weather through the ACARS system, and the sim crashed. So yeah, we'll try to get through this. No. For this first flight, that's actually the first flight I'm ever doing. in Microsoft Flight Sim with the A310. So we're going to be offline because if I start doing stuff online and run into issues, it's going to be a mess. So Jetway, let's have a look if that works. Oh, that works. Fantastic. Cool. Anyways, but I have a cool new feature, guys. So this will be interesting.
FS Realistic connected.
Did you see that? That there's a new feature on FS Realistic, and that is actually quite cool. So you now have the option to walk outside. So you have a kind of a simulation where you can like do an outside check. Hey Mark, good evening. We're all counting on you, I know, right? That actually is a pretty cool feature. Now, I'm pretty sure that normally I should be a bit taller, shouldn't I? So I know it's a big aircraft, but and I know that you can change the height of that first person. Let me just change that. Hold on. First person. There was a settings. There was a settings somewhere. Oh, there we go. Avatar. Let me just find my settings for that. Oh no, he's coughing again. And Sukesh, hello. Philip, you had no problems. Mark, you're not that small. Come on. So, I am looking for the avatar height. There is. Oh, first person. There we go. So, under first person, you can go default height. So let me go. Let's say 80. And let's see if that is better now. Oh no, that's too high. Blimey. No. No, that's like 2.5 meters tall. No. So how about 60 then? 60, 63? Yeah, that looks all right. So if I go to the main wheel, hey Avenger and Dr. Fred, hi, welcome guys. And it's not tinky. Hello. Although now it still feels a bit too tall, to be honest, because these wheels look too small. It's kind of weird. So when I do my outside checks, I mean, if we're in the Phoenix right now, I could literally get a really good height percentage, but I'm pretty sure that the wheels would be. Oh. Hang on. Did I pause now? Hang on. Settings, about. What happened now? Connection successful. Please start a flight. I have. And let me just restart. I just pressed a button on my keyboard.
FS Realistic connected.
Right, let me just try again. Please start a flight. Hold on. Am I paused or something? Let's try something here. Yeah, I'm paused. Oh no, did the plane crash? How do I know if I'm paused? I think I pressed P or something. Is it Shift P? No one knows? Hang on. All right, let me restart that. Kaziapaya, hey. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I misclicked the keys. I was pressing O and I clicked on P. And it just seemed as if... what do you mean there, Clank? What do you mean? What is a clickbaiting game? Huh? I'm a bit confused about that comment, Kling. I mean, it's an add-on that I've enjoyed in X-Plane 11. The title. Yeah, the Clink, I've explained it. The thing is this. So, there's so many pilots that have come into the flight sim arena. And the thing is that producing videos, producing content is a lot of hard work. And so there's a lot of people right now, a lot of flight simmers that are literally searching for exactly that. They kind of search real-world pilot explaining something. So if I don't put that in, I put myself at a disadvantage straight away. I don't like it. I don't like to boast about my profession or something. I'm a down-to-earth person. But it's literally... it can mean a whole lot of difference on the amount of views that you get on your content. And again, it's tough. It's a competitive environment now these days with so many people, so many real-world pilots coming in, producing content. So that's it. That's the reason why I put that in the title, the Clink. I mean, if you don't like it, I understand. I understand your comment. I don't like to do it, but that's just the way it is. Right, so there we go. So we are now, let's try again in the... Yeah, it's so the Clink, it's kind of, I don't know if, you know, if those that don't produce content on YouTube or Twitch, that just do not know how much time and effort goes into producing such stuff. So that's the issue, right? Is it better now? Let me just have a look. It's a bit, I still have a feeling that I'm too small, sorry, too large. Because those wheels, they should be, I mean, I'm pretty sure, I mean, the wheels should go to at least, I would say, chest height. Or at least like kind of up to the belly or something. So, yeah, I would expect to be a little bit taller, because it's just going to do a little bit more here. And then we're good to go. First person, there it is. First person. Let me just do a little bit less. About 40 then. 40. Did we start out at 40? I think we started out at 40, didn't we? Gabriel, hello, how you doing? Yeah, that looks about right. I mean, although, I tell you what we'll do. Let's approach this person. We can actually run. So let's approach that person there. If we can look him in the eye, we've got the right height. Oh, sorry, she. No, so we're not the right height. So we need to be a bit bigger. Right, let's go 50 then. Excuse me. Marco, hello, hello. You can actually hear the breathing of the avatar. You see what I mean? Now it looks almost the correct height. Oh, can I? Oh, you're right, I can. Lord, okay, so Putty, thank you so much, or Putty-sat, thank you so much for the tip. Yeah, mouse wheel actually changes the height. You see, look. There we go. I think now we have the right height. Cool. Hello, hello. All right. How tall am I in real life? It's 1 meter 84 centimeters, 1.84. So it's about 6'2" or something. A rather unfit avatar. I agree. Right. Let's get going then. So let's start flight simming here, shall we? So one thing I like already is the fact it has an EFB, right? I'm not trying to diss PMDG again, but I mean, what can I say? Hey Dan, how you doing? So I've already calibrated my throttles, and so that's all done. So there's some settings you can do here. The instruments are linked. Kilograms is the units. Checklist, and I found out if you scroll up and down, it can actually scroll the checklist. It took me ages to find that out. Can you twerk in Microsoft Flight Sim now? Well, at least you can do the outside check. Oops. Now, guys, the reason why I've chosen this flight from Frankfurt to London is because when I was a flight student, I actually flew on the it's loud, isn't it? Oh, that doesn't sound healthy. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Hang on, let me just see if I can dim down the sim sounds. Hold on. Sound. All right. So let me go to apps, volume mixer. And then Quattle. What else do we have? We've got output. Okay, good now. Yeah, I don't know. It probably was the jetway there. Right. Anyways, so I remember very vividly that that I had a flight in the flight deck. So I got a jump seat in the A310 from Frankfurt to London Heathrow, and I was really impressed. Really impressed how this aircraft looked.
Welcome
so
aboard the Captain Black Box
if
Twitch
you,
channel
if you're a
subscriber
flight
experience.
student,
Could new subscribers
come into
please
the
make
flight
your
deck of
way to the
A310,
first class cabin,
it's
where
brilliant.
complimentary
It really
drinks,
is.
snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hey Geep, thanks so much.
Hey BB, hope you're well.
Thank you, I am Geep. I hope that you are well as well too. Thank you so much. Oh, why is the sound's not working? Let me try that again. So Geep, thank you so much for the, how many months now? 51 months in here. Thank you so much for the long-term support.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight
DK, thanks for the
entertainment will be
feedback. I
served.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Guten Abend, Captain BB 711 beloved.
Right, I don't know why the applause now today it doesn't work anymore. Okay, well we'll see. I might get it reconnected later. Good, thank you so much. Basic as well. Basics 1979 coming in with 34 months. Thank you so much. Dr. Fred, I don't know. It's one of those aircraft. I think it has a great mixture, between the modern kind of versions like the A320 and the more conventional aircraft. I've talked about it before. It's got ground power going. I love these dials. So I love the fact that they have digital indication, but also round dials. That to me is a perfect combination, because on one hand you can quickly glance and see an indicator it's at some position somewhere, but if you require, you can get a very accurate digital value as well. Oh yeah, Matthaus, yeah, I know, right? So we'll have forward cargo, aft cargo, bulk, and then we'll go and pretend we get loading. Now, another cool feature which I already found out is you can actually do upload. So there we go, look at that. So now we've uploaded the routing. I'll enter the data in a minute. Flying Paul, it's going really well actually. It's kind of weird. So I'm waiting for more cables to get a new GPU installed. So it's a matter of hopefully days. But yeah, it's going well. Right, so what else do we need? Weight and balance. So let me have a look at the flight plan. Let me just load that again. And there we go. So we have a flight time to London of 1 hour 11 minutes, a 09 left planned because the wind right now is 100 at 4. So we'll see if that changes. It could change to westerly or southwesterly winds at some point. Oh, and I did lots of interesting approaches. So we had, I think, 2 automatic landings in real life over the last couple of days. It was really foggy weather. I actually had a video up on YouTube as was proceeding from or to Frankfurt, and that was actually quite a lovely approach. I'm hearing wind. Just wonder what effect that is. Is it? Cockpit ambience. The engines on this aircraft, let me have a look if it says anything on here. It's CF680, so CFM engines, but definitely a lot bigger. We're going to do an outside check in a minute, guys. Let me just go ahead and do some preparations. So let me align the INS. Put that to nav, that to nav, and that to nav. So the rest there remains as it is. Seatbelt signs on. Smoking to auto. Go with dome light. Okay. Right. So external power is on. Let's do galley shed on. That is fine. Oh no. I thought we broke it. I thought it didn't go out again. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, Geep. Again, it was a lovely, lovely atmosphere with the sun setting. Okay, so the wind is from FS Realistic if you have the door open. But what affects that then? So if which of these settings is it then? Inbound system crash, I hope not. Right, fuel pumps. So the same principle applies here, like in any Airbus. White light out means we switch on all the buttons that have white lights in it, obviously. With some exceptions. So for example, the probe heat won't be turned on just now. That will be put on, I think, with the after start flows. The rest is fine, so we've done that, and that. So the rest here is that goes clear. So normally you would look through the system pages, make sure you have enough engine oil, for example. There's oil quantity. Hydraulic fluid, obviously, check you have enough hydraulic fluid. That looks normal. What else is important? Fuel, obviously. Now, for the fuel value, let's have a look at the planning again. So 1 hour 11 we said. The alternate is Manchester. And we need with 2,000 kilograms extra. I don't know how much fuel or how the fuel burn here is. Have you watched any other streams? Probably. Hey, Aaron. Is it really? It's 2.7 right. Well, Nick, I'll tell you what. 9 left has a beautiful approach. You come by the Windsor Castle. How about that as an offer? So, with taxi, let's put 12 tons of fuel, shall we? So let's go. Hey, you're right, divert to Amsterdam. I've been to Amsterdam and you weren't there. What can I say? Load sheet plan live. No plan. Can you put in 12,000? Hang on. How do I change the values? Can you change them here, or how do you? Did you get the SimBrief profile? No, I did not, Bacon, no. I just took the standard one. Move the... okay. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. So we got passenger. I said 180, I said, roundabout. Let's do that. Cargo. That. And fuel 12 tons. Perfect. Apply. Plan. Applied. Let's have a look for the fuel. 12 tons. Perfect. That's really cool. Nice. Right. So align INS. Let's align the INS. There we go. Don't have a company route. We're just going Frankfurt to London, and the alternate is Manchester. And then flight ID was DLH. So lifty, 927. 927. Right. Then block fuel. That's it. Entry out of range. Okay, so block fuel 12. Yeah, it's a nice clicking sound, right? The only thing I'm still a bit annoyed about is the environmental sounds. So I'll tell you what we'll do then. Takeoff calculate noise, connections. Let me close the door. Let's see if that. Still feels pretty loud. The cost index, yeah, we'll have a look at that in a minute. So zero fuel, according to the planning, is zero fuel is 98 tons. Are you kidding me? Wow, that's heavy. Blimey. I look at that, 80 tons dry operating weight. Good grief. So 98.1. 109.7. Yeah, that's about right for takeoff. Yeah, Iron Bird. Hey, Bergish. How you doing? Humber, hey. Is your sound good in the sim with this plane? Well, at the moment, I don't see an issue with it. No, so all fine at the moment. So CG, you have to enter yourself as well, and the CG is 29.60 down. Okay. What's this? So 29.6. Cool. Cruising level 360. So that's okay. No, so I've been on a jump seat errand, but I've not flown it myself. Cost index, according to flight plan, the cost index is nothing. All right, let's put 25 or something in there. 25 cost index. So we've done the init A, init E page, flight plan. Now normally, if you do the Sobra departure, you are departing on runway 18 out of Frankfurt. Yeah, Gabriel, it does climb like a rocket, absolutely. So let's scroll through, and then we should get Sobra. I think it's the 2 Lima departure. Let me just check. So here's the new Navigraph setup. So let's have a look. Let's go get the open charts, SID. And let's look for the Sobra 2 Lima. Yeah, that's the one I think we normally fly. So out of departure, Sobra 2 Lima. And that's the one we're going to take. Hey, MCK, good wie. Would you have liked to fly? Yes, definitely, Arendt. I would have loved to fly this aircraft. So there we go. So Delta Fox 160, 2,840 above, correct. 198, 4,580 above, correct. 20190 above, correct. Donap Sobra. And that Sobra, it already wants to be at level 350 almost. That is nuts. that is seriously a lot. So then we have all the routing all the way down to the arrival to Logan. And then let me try to find the chart for that as well. So the Logan 2 hotel. That should end at... Oh, actually, no, hang on. I haven't done that yet, have I? So start, 09er left. Again, guys, just for the views today. Isn't it your King Charles' birthday today? Didn't I read something on the news today? Oh yeah, I mean, they call it the the A310 pilots call themselves the space cowboys. So 74? Ah, there we go. So 74, yeah. I knew I had heard about that today. So Lambourne, no, there's Logan 2 Hotel. There we go, Logan 2 Hotel, and then we are going via Lambourne. Insert. So flight plan, scrolling all the way through. Then we've got Logan. These are Lambourne, and then the transition to the INS. There we go. 09 left. Cool. That looks all right to me. Let me start the APU. APU was here. Master on. Start. Right, let me do the outside check here. Lol. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. All good. I just want to see if I can hear the APU start up. Freda, moin. Aviator, good evening. can't hear anything. Oh, now it's starting up. Excuse me. What's going on? Huh? What's happening now? Lol, okay, I guess I found a bug then. Yeah, there you can hear it clearly. Fourth dimension. Yeah, I assume. What's going on? I assume that seems to me it doesn't like the W key for some reason. Yeah, guys, I have no idea what's going on here. Why it's kind of looking down all the time.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Fainting, probably.
Good
Thanks
evening,
so
Black
Harry.
Box. Hope you are doing well. Best wishes to you and your family.
Thank you so much, Harry. Same to you. Thank you so much for the kind support, the kind words. 53 months here. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, the applause command is not working today. Now, I don't. It keeps resetting itself down. That is a bit annoying. That's a shame it's doing that. Oh well, let's continue with the preparations. Right, nav accuracy is upgraded, so we continue here. So we go with performance. So let's have a look at the performance page. Hey Roy, how you doing? And let's go then with the performance calculations. So we've got Frankfurt, London. Takeoff run available. Let's have a look there. Let's get all the values correct. So 4,000 meters. Dry runway. QDM 177. The wind right now is 170 at 7, so I'll put 5. Temperature is 10 degrees. QNH is 10. Let's put 1012 since it is 1013. Takeoff weight, how much was it now? Takeoff weight was 110, 109.8. Seriously. It uses, I think it uses Microsoft Flight Sim, yeah, Gabriel, yeah. So the weights there. So we're using, yeah, 109 point something, jeez. So let's put that then, just for simplification, 110 tons. Flaps, let's try 15.0, anti-ice off, air conditioning on, let's calculate. So there we go, so flex 59, V1 135, VR 135, and V2 170, good God. These are weird numbers, aren't they? So now let's switch on these. And then we can set our altitudes as well. Hey JD. Yeah. Copy the ATIS request. Yeah, I've heard someone today post something about requesting whether over the ACARS crashes the sim. So yeah, we definitely have to be careful with that. So is it 4,000? Yeah, 4,000 initial climb clearance. Heading is going to be 177, we said. Today, so we are going to do that today. Hold on, today. So this is what we're doing today. Is it like standard values then, MCK? So nothing too sophisticated? Because, I mean, again, I never flew the A310, so I can't say if it's wrong or not. It doesn't look correct, because that's a huge difference between the VR and V2. It freezes the MCDU. Ah, okay. It doesn't crash the sim, but freezes the MCDU. Okay, copy that. Right, so we switch off the ground power. APU is running, so let's get some bleed air on. Here comes the pack system. So let's have a look at the fuel real quickly. Just to see how much. So yeah, 11.8. So inner, outer, all balanced. It's all right. Is it that loud? Okay. Right, I'm just going to dim down the sim sounds just a tad. Hey Sim Caesar, lovely to see you, Sim Caesar. Caesar, yeah, I'm really looking forward to my holiday, which should start in about a week's time from now. So I've got some standby duty coming up, and then one more day trip. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and what I would love to do, Sim Caesar, is another shared flight with you. Hey Quas, so Quas tomorrow is completely in the plans. X-Plane 11 we said, with the Challenger 650 shared flight. Really looking forward to that as well. Quas will talk about the routing tomorrow during the day, if that's all right. Or maybe you can, if you have that routing today,
Welcome
let me
aboard
know,
the Captain Black Box Duo Channel Experience.
Then I get
Could
everything
new
set up for
subscribers
tomorrow.
please make their way
Hey,
to the
Menace.
first class cabin,
The real
where
Takeoff,
complimentary drinks, snacks
Or
and premium
Tyrogoff.
flight infotainment will be served.
And Sim Caesar, thank you
you.
so much for your gifted sub. 136 gifted subs now on the channel. Big shout out to Sim Caesar. Thank you, Yoda, for the shout out, guys. If you do not know Sim Caesar yet, please make sure to check out his channel here on Twitch. So I am just going to need to reconnect to the Twitch bot, because I don't know why it's not taking the sound commands for some reason. It's weird. Sometimes it works and then it doesn't. Just restart that one. Try again. Just set that up. We'll have to get the sound commands going. Yeah, the glider stream. I've messed about a little bit with the gliders today, and it actually works. It actually works all right. I don't know, Sapphire Wave, if it's more common. I wouldn't say no. I would say no because, to be honest, I don't come across that often when I'm flying. So that is all set. NDP 2. That looks alright. Now engine out acceleration, let's put that to 1500. That to 1500 as well. Good. Put the streams up. Cool. Sean, well, not yet. We'll see what happens. Right. I was going to try and do an outside check. Let me restart FS Realistic and hope that that fixes the issue. Let's do that.
FS Realistic connected.
I have to admit, so, I mean, it is a big plane, isn't it? I mean, it is impressive. Right. Now for the outside check, I've never done an outside check A310. Oh no. I don't know what's happening. Why is that happening with the... Right, so obviously we check the static ports, make sure they are clear and clean. There's nothing that obstructs these static ports. Make sure the antennas are intact. And again, in general, what we look for is any bigger dents, anything, you know, bigger scratches that may have not been looked at by maintenance yet. Pitot tubes, I don't see any here yet, so... For the landing gear, we check for any hydraulic leakage. So normally you would see if there's a hydraulic leak, a puddle of hydraulic fluid on the ground, or any traces running down the main strut. Tire, obviously, make sure it's not completely worn. So I've talked about this, and I've asked people here on stream before. For those that do not know, you see that those how do you call these in English again? Profile. So we call it profil. What's it in English with the tires? Groove. Yeah, the grooves. Yeah. So for the grooves, the thing is this. So people normally know that if you have grooves on a car tire, it's obviously there to improve traction, right? So the tire tread here, yeah. So the grooves here on the tire are actually not there for better traction, right? It's just an indication of how worn they are. And these tires are being refurbished. So at some point when the grooves have leveled out or become flat, that's an indication that the tires should be exchanged, and the tires then go to have to become refurbished, meaning they get a new layer of rubber on top of them again. And so that way the tires actually used several times. Maybe Jordan knows how many times, but they are used several times and are actually refurbished. No, Icebird, no. It literally is absolutely nothing to do with... that's the thing. They are simply there for indication of how worn the tires are. Right, another interesting thing regarding the outside check and the nose gear is if you do not have LED lights, so if you still have the old lights with a light bulb in them, you need to make sure that the light bulb is still in place, and also you need to make sure that the glass in front of that light bulb is intact. So if you, yes, I am German, yeah. So if you see a cracked glass, that's actually no-go, believe it or not. And why? Well, obviously, if that glass breaks on takeoff run, and you have glass shards on the runway, that could damage some other aircraft's tires, or the engines could ingest it. Hey, Toto, yeah. So. That's something we look for. Yeah, Concorde incident. Yeah, so that's something we look for. And weirdly enough, that's a no-go if that's correct. Right, so very important obviously are the front of the aircraft with all the TAT probes. You have pitot tubes, make sure they are non-obstructed. So I actually had a bird strike on a pitot tube once, which we didn't see during flight or didn't notice during flight, but doing the outchat check, we had actually feathers around the pitot tube there, some blood stains. So yeah, definitely something that you want maintenance to have a look at. Tape, and off you go. Yeah, but it, I mean, Yoda, I mean, if that's, you know, according to procedure, that's fine. But the thing is, you can't simply take off with a cracked glass in the front there. So, right, then we come to the front. Just check in general again that there's no cracks or anything, no damages, no bird strikes on the fuselage there. Yeah, some more probes. Now it's getting dark already. Hang on, why is it getting dark? Let me just change the time here. Oh, okay. I thought I had set it to 1 in the afternoon, but I guess not. That's better. I can see more. Natürlich. Sean, yeah. I guess the more English I talk, then, you know, it starts getting better again with my accent. But hey, Sarah, how are you doing? Right. One more interesting thing here. You see that green disc? That's for the cockpit oxygen. So if that's broken, then you can assume that it's been discharged because of overpressure. Again, something maintenance would have to look at. Hey, Alpha. And Alex, hello to you. Right. Of course, first flight of the day, or when we have, or the aircraft's doing the first flight of the day, or it has been repositioned, make sure that the gear pins have been removed. That can be very embarrassing if you take off and the gear pins are still inserted. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's... Right, we've got some angle of attack indicators. Again, make sure that they are non-obstructed and they're not bent or anything. You know, they don't have any visual cues for damage. Right. For the cargo stuff, I mean, as far as you can see in, just check. But obviously, not expected to climb up a ladder or, you know, climb up the containers or anything to check anything else. You just check in general. Make sure that's fine. And again, some more static ports here on this side. Underneath, again, I check for any traces of hydraulics or oil or something, whatever leaks out from time to time. Yeah, here's the pack system. Similar to the A320, but here obviously a little bit more complex, it looks like. But that's the air intake for the pack cooling outlet for the pack cooling. Right, engines, very, very critical as well. So one thing you want to check is underneath. You want to check that all the latches are closed. Now, believe it or not too long ago, I actually had an aircraft. I found one where there was an open latch at the rear here on the A320 Neo. So in all my years of career, I've never found an open latch on an engine. But yeah, after 20-something years, 24, 25 years plus, then suddenly you get a open latch. This is one of the biggest issues we pilots face, and that comes in conjunction with complacency, meaning, like just I mentioned, 25 plus years of flying, always doing the outside check, you know, in a similar fashion, and always, you know, kneeling down. And on a Neo, it's actually quite low down, so you have to really kneel down and check these latches. Now, I know that the bottom latches are actually in the Neo, they're actually monitored. But the nasty thing is, the latch at the rear here is not. And so that's what made this. So these are CFM engines, CFM 6 something. Yeah, so here, again, make sure the latches are closed. We check below the engine that there's no oil traces, nothing running down. Is it GE? Yeah. sorry, GE. Yeah, and of course then for the engine itself, you look inside, you make sure that all the fan blades are intact. There's no bigger chippings in them. Anything, bird strike remains, that sort of stuff. And again, through my career, I've had, well, I don't know how many times, but I would say 3 times a year on average, I would find an issue with one of the fan blades. So an issue where maintenance has to come out and look at the aircraft, look at the engine. Because anything that you have on FOD, be it stones or little screws or whatever is lying around on the apron on the runway, if that's ingested and hits one of the fan blades, it can damage them. So yeah, maintenance would normally look at that, and Jorda maybe knows, well, he will know, but they have means of actually kind of pet peeve of mine. Yeah. So they would try to fix it in a sense if it's not too deep of a crack or a chip. They would have it. What's abschleifen? My English today. Is it blend? Yeah. So they kind of blend. That edge. And one thing I always find really, really fascinating is that these fan blades are, well, no, they can't be filled off. It's like grinded down, yeah, like blended, they grind it a bit, yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks, guys, yeah, grind it. So one thing I find always so fascinating is that these edges are so sharp. They are extremely sharp. You have to be careful. If you quickly run your finger across them, you'll cut it. You'll cut your finger. They are really, 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 really sharp. No joke. Yeah, another thing I look for behind those fan blades, there is what we call an acoustic panel. So acoustic panel liners, I think they're called. Now, in wintertime, because of ice accretion on the fan blades sometimes, they can actually get damaged. And it's a material where you get these strings suddenly appear. They kind of, yeah, you have like strings looking or coming in out of front of the fan blades on the sides. So when you see that, obviously, again, something you have to get fixed. Yeah. For the engine, it's got service panels.
Welcome
for the
aboard
oil,
the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber
etc. You make sure all the latches are closed.
Could new
obviously.
subscribers please make your way to the first class
Also,
cabin,
you have
where
lots of
complimentary
fasteners
drinks,
on
snacks,
these
and premium flight
on these
entertainment will be
pylons,
served.
and from time to time you may find either a fastener
BB, you
becoming
majestic
loose.
babe. Hope you're keeping
Hey,
well.
what a
Less than
super.
3.
Oh, the applause! My sound commands don't work today. It's so annoying. Motosuba, thank you so much for 18 months, and a big shout out to Motosuba as well, streamer here on Twitch. Thank you so much, Motosuba. Yeah, we got to do a shared flight again at some point. Man, it's been a long time. All right. So then the front edge, obviously, again, make sure there's no damages from bird strikes. Make sure no fuel is leaking out. Normally, we have enough lights on. We check the lights are working. All the static discharges are there. Yeah, these flat fairings, they tend to get broken from time to time because someone drives their high loader against it or their lorry against it. So something that's quite critical. You need to check, make sure that there's no cracks and nothing damaged. There was a YouTube video on the A380 guys. Remember that one? Or was it, no, A340 that they had in Tyrol, and they reactivated it, and they found a broken flap fairing on that aircraft. Thank you so much, JD. Thanks for the profile. Cheers. Yeah, I'll have the link there. Thank you so much for that. Is it Arte? Oh, it was an Arte documentary. Yeah, that was, but that's a 340-600. Yeah. Motosua, yeah. So it's version 2.1, I think. Yeah, it's out. Right, tires, same thing here. We look for any hydraulic fluid that's leaking out. Make sure tires are not damaged. There's no bigger cuts in them. Also make sure there's still some grooves visible.
Welcome aboard the Captain
On
Black
these,
Box Twitch
so
channel
contrary to the nose gear, so the nose gear on the A310 doesn't have brakes.
Class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium
the
flight
main gear
entertainment
obviously
will be
has
served.
brakes.
Thank
And
you.
on those, you have brake pins.
Good afternoon
Hey,
from New York.
Cactus.
Hope all is well.
Cactus 683, thank you so much. And again, I love that call sign. Thank you so much for the 39 months here. Greetings to New York. Man, I tell you what, Cactus, if I get on the 747 next year and if I come to New York, we'll hook up if we can. That would be really cool. Thank you so much for your support, Cactus. Yeah, so the brake pin indicators. Exactly, yeah, exactly. So 727 had it, and I'm not sure if that's just for emergencies, but I know the 727 was one of the very few aircraft that has or had right, hookup. Is that an inappropriate word? Okay, then meetup. Sorry, not hookup. Meetup. Right,
Welcome
so the
aboard
pins
the Captain Black Box
would be
Twitch
there
channel
on the
subscriber
sides,
experience.
indicating
Could new
on
subscribers please make
how
your
much
way to
brake
the first
disc
class
you still
cabin,
have.
where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
And Sanana, good evening to you.
Hi.
Thank you so much. So as well to you for 43 months. Hello. Yeah, Aaron, yeah, I have both chats open, so that's why. Did I fly in the A310? No, I never flew on the A320 in real life. My highest kind of achievement was flying along on a jump seat on an A310. That's the highest pleasure I had. Yeah, so brake wear pins you check. Make sure you still have some wear or some brake discs available. Right, antennas again. Make sure there's no damages, no hydraulic leaks at the bottom. And these kind of lines, they're so typical. Right, so it's like grind and dirt and yeah, oil, hydraulic fluid that just leaks out from time to time, and it just makes the fuselage dirty. Yeah, around these doors, obviously cargo doors, I check for hello. Yeah, now one of these. So I check for any damages around the edges, so any bigger dents, anything like that. Just make sure that that has been looked at. If there's any dents already being looked at by maintenance, what they normally do is they put a grey sticker. It's a round little grey sticker around or next to the damage. That's an indication for us pilots that maintenance had already looked at that. So an oxygen discharge placard there. That's the opening the door for the bulk compartment. So anything like, you know, animal crates, some last minute luggage, that will be put in here. Yeah, the APU sound is a bit, yeah, it could be a bit better. Same thing for the doors here. Anything around these service doors, they are kind of strengthened by these metal plates that have been welded on top, but still, you just make sure that there's no bigger dents around the edges there. All right, stabilizer, same thing. Just check the edges, and in winter time, obviously, we also check for contamination. Make sure there's no ice. No, JD, I don't count stickers. What I would normally do is on the older aircraft, I just check that the stickers are still readable. So if there's any stickers that are half missing, that's something where if you have a ramp check could lead to the aircraft being grounded until you have that sticker fixed. So yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, window for the toilet. Right, same for the elevators. Just again check you have The static discharges all there. No damages, no leakages. And it's got a fuel vent, so it looks to me like you can put fuel in here as well. So I mean, that would normally indicate you have a tail tank or stabilizer tank. Up here again, make sure that you have no damages. All the static discharges are there. APU. Normally that's a red placard. There it is. That's another red discharge placard for the fire extinguisher bottle for the APU. If that's broken, if that's gone, then again you go call maintenance. Alright, same here. Static discharge is all there. Yeah, so this side literally is all the same like on the other side, so I'm not going to go through all of that. Very good. Now, what we don't do as pilots, we don't do kind of technical checks. So it's an overview of the aircraft. Just make sure that there's no leakages, no damages. All the important probes are free. There's no contamination on the aircraft. But you're not spending half an hour outside looking at every little screw and bolt and nut to, you just don't have the time for that. So, and we have maintenance in that case. Right. So that's all good. I think we finished all of the preparations. So let's have a look at the checklist then. The God rays look amazing, yeah. Nico, pleasure. Right, so yeah, we'll have a look, Cowboy. Let's have a look if they have trim tanks. I mean, from the vents, it looks like it. Yeah, it's got a trim tank. Look. Yeah, so it does. Right, checklist. Before start checklist, cockpit prep completed, signs are on and auto. We have the fuel quantity. Now we've talked so much. Third look at fuel, 11.8. Navigation. Let's have a look. So let's go in it. Oh, this menu sometimes is so we've got where's my flight plan? No, in it. There we go. I'm looking for the like GPS primary or something. Accuracy high. Where was that? Ah, there we go. Position monitor. So there we go. NAF, all good. Do you typically do that walk around check? I'm guessing you don't just hop in and out the walkway. No, so normally we come to the aircraft. There is a kind of preliminary check outside. You check that the APU exhaust is clear. You check that you have chocks on at the wheels. You make sure that yeah, in general the aircraft is secured. And then you go inside, you power up the aircraft, do the preliminary cockpit preparations, and then once that's done and the pilot flying does the preparations in the MCDU, the pilot monitoring will then do the outside check. Yeah, we'll do flex temp in a minute. So, landing elevation. What's the landing elevation in Heathrow? That is 83 feet. So landing elevation. Oh, that was down here, wasn't it? I remember. Yeah, that's about right. Landing elevation is set. Altimeters. QNH right now is 1013 lol. Yeah, 360 feet. Checked. And the brake anti-skid should be norm on. And that was there. So norm and on. That's correct. Good question, MCK. Good question. I don't. It would make sense. I completely agree with you there. It would make sense. But I mean, it's landing elevation. Yeah, I don't know what the real procedure would be like. But again, yeah, I would think that would probably make sense. I can imagine that being correct. And right, windows, doors. Let's close all doors. Let's prepare for departure. Get this thing going. Where's my aircraft stuff? That's connections here. So close all. That's nice. We'll get rid of the jetway and the GPU. Oh yeah, you're right. Flex step there. Thank you. Right. So in it. Let's go takeoff approach performance. That was flex 50 something. Let's check that again. So flex 56. Yeah, that's true. 59. You don't enter that in the MCDU. You actually enter that here in the panel here. So you go flex takeoff. Press that, and you put 59. It does make sense because otherwise the aircraft is just going ballistic. So if you're not in a long-range configuration, obviously, then there's no need for... How come... Oh, there we go. Just say, how come I can't close that door? That's closed. Right, so that is set as well. Yeah, and then after takeoff, we'll have that put to auto again, yeah. Is there a possibility to dump fuel on this aircraft? Very good question. Probably not. Probably not, but I may be mistaken. Because I've not seen a panel for it. No, I don't think so. Right. Done all that, so let's continue with the checklist. Windows doors are now all closed, and if I put that to beacon on, does that arm the doors? Slide. Yeah, there we go. All the slides are armed. Cool. Beacon is just put beacon on. And the parking brake is on as well. So now we should get pushback, but not with GSX, because Chewy apparently had an issue with pushback with the GSX. So what we can do then is go to here, prepare for pushback and departure. Let's have a look if we have animation as well or not. Do you use NVIDIA DSLL? No, not yet. No. So at the moment, I still use TAA and 30 FPS. Now, hopefully, with the upgrade I'm doing in the next couple of days or weeks, yeah, we'll go into DLSS. Right. Let's get rid of that, and then let's see. Active. Oh, did we move trucks? We did, didn't we? Oh, no, it's coming now. Ah. Have a look if that starts. Hey! GG's. Haha, push approved area 1, yeah. There's Alpha 1, that's Bravo 10. The most feared taxi in positions in Frankfurt. Oh, hey, JD, that's actually a good question. You know that freeware tool, pushback tool, whatever it's called, that caused Charlie 2 is worse? I've never tried Charlie 2, I think. Yeah, it brings back memories, Caesar. It really does. Alright, let's stop here. Let's have a park break. Off it goes. So let's see if we can remember how to start the engines. So the AP is running, and I'm sure it switches off the packs automatically. So we go to start on A, and is it number 1 first? I think it was number 1 to start first. Right, here we go. Hey, forward, good wee, and JSnap, nice to see you. Up to now, it's behaved. No complaints up to now. So we're going to wait about 25%. Here we go. There comes fuel. EGT is rising and 1 is rising. Sounds nice. Birdman, that's an A320. I think, I'm not sure in the A310 if number 2 started as well. So just saw the degenerator kick in. Very nice. Oh, MCK, I just love the fact that it's got both. It's got digital and the good old-fashioned dials. I love that. No, Birdman, no. Sorry, don't mean to laugh. No, that's not the case. I can tell you that I hear badly on both ears. Right, so. Oh, I've got my medical. Did I tell you about it? Yeah, I got my medical again last week, so all good. Good to go for another year. Nico says never had a problem with toolback pushback. Okay, well I don't know, Nico. Apparently it made some performance issues or something. Hey, Krishu, how you doing? There we go. Good switch over from the APU to the engine generator. Hang on, what? How was the PT for the medical? The PT? Right, ignition to off. So let's do the after start flows. That goes on. That looks alright. APU bleed can go off. And we'll switch the APU off. I love the sounds. That hum is great. Guys, if the sim sounds are too loud, let me know, please. Oh, the Schutzge. No, I have to say, I'm actually, these days, I'm really relaxed when it comes to these medicals because, I mean, again, if they tell me that, you know, I'm not healthy enough anymore to fly, it's good. Okay, there we go. So let's go with flaps 15. So just 15 slats, no flaps. So just one setting there. Are we arming the spoilers? Yes, we are. Flight control check. So let's go to flight controls. Make sure we have all the correct values there, up, down. Elevator is moving and the rudder is good as well. Nice. Let's read the checklist and let's have a look if we've forgotten anything. So, after start, pitch trim. Oh, pitch trim, there you go. Pitch trim set. That was pretty much 0, wasn't it? Yeah, 0 it is. Pitch trim set. Rudder trim 0. Spoilers are armed. Slats flaps are 15-0, exactly as we calculated it. Ecam status. Let me see. There was one thing we can try. Status. Status normal. Let's clear that. Anti-eye is not required. Hand signal is received. That's the after start checklist completed. Let's go taxi checklist, taxi light, and turn off lights. There you go. Nice. Brakes off, and let's taxi. So, November 5, November, hold short, November 10 would be the classic clearance. Brake check. Brakes are working. That works as well, just the brightness settings. It's a freeware version that I'm using, and I think I have one little add-on from flightsim.to. Hey Roy, so takeoff config tests. Let me just try that with the taxi checklist in a minute. So auto brake we would arm. Is there a auto brake setting? Auto brake max, there we go. So we arm that. And then we do a recall check. Recall normal. Uh-oh. A380. Nice. 777 been flying the PA-18 for TOW with ear protection stun. Can't hear too good. Okay, well, that is something else, 777. So when your wife says to you you don't hear well, that has other kind of issues. What do you use for your model matching on VATSIM? I'm using the model matching from fly-by-wire installer. So fly-by-wire, if you have the installer, there is a model matching set now that you can download there. Loyal. Okay, Quebec Tango. One of the old ones. Yeah, FSLTL. Thank you, Bastian. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one. FSLTL. Chase them, lol. Yeah, I mean it's a freeware airport add-on, so I'm not really fussed that you have some some tugs there, but that's not bad. It's a free scenery, a freeware scenery, so. Yes, here. So if you've got the nav display, there's your ground speed. I'm limiting to 30 FPS right now, Anthony. The thing is that at the moment, for me personally, I get the best results with smoothness in 30 FPS, 30 Hertz. It's amazing what kind of stuff we get for free lately in the flight sim, indeed, yeah. I agree. Yes, I'm still on DX11, so I'll be messing around with DX12 once I start using the DLSS feature. Exactly, yeah. For X-Plane, it does cost, was it £70? The weird thing is, right now, I have to admit, I haven't flown this for a long time in X-Plane, but it feels and sounds pretty much the same as an X-Plane. The only thing I've heard is people having issues with, was it the WASM compiler or something? Where suddenly they get huge drops of FPS and it kind of becomes unplayable or something. So let's do profile and nav. So that's armed. Profile, climb, nav, all armed. Let's read a checklist. So before takeoff checklist. Flight controls checked. Briefing confirmed. Slats flaps again, 15.0. Performance is checked. Flex takeoff 59. Takeoff config was checked. Let me just try again. Is there a takeoff config check? What? Below the flap lever. Ah, there we go. Does that do anything? Apart from, I guess it would alarm if the flaps weren't set or something. Cool. Hold it. Ah, there we go. It says takeoff test normal. Thank you. Cool.
Welcome
Cheers.
aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel.
Hey, flights and dad. Thank you so much.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served.
Thank you so much, flights and dad,
Thank
for
you.
26 months.
Hi boss. Can't stay long but still love ya.
That's really cool. Flights and dad, I hope you're doing well, and thanks for coming in and resubscribing. That is really kind. Thank you. Right, transponder is set. TARA is on. Yeah, TCAS TARA. PAX. We'll leave the PAX on. Ignition, let's do that to continuous reline for takeoff. And anti-ice is off. And that's the before takeoff checklist completed. Cool. So 4,000 feet will come very quickly. Oh, that should have been auto anyway, so on. Where's my chrono? There it is. Ellipse time. Let's move on. Cool. Are we ready? We're ready. Let's go. Oh, hang on. Wait, one more thing, guys. Where is the toga button? Oh, we don't. We just press auto thrust, don't we? Did that used to work? Ah, but that's a new one, isn't it? Here we go. Oh. Ha. There we go. All right, thrust set. Here's already 100 knots. Good God. Oh, I should have to throw V1. I was just so fascinated by that button there. Oh, that was already V1 VR. Let's go. Oh, that's nice. Positive line, you're up. It's nice. It's not bad. Yeah, that drum set. So now we've got climb power, P climb, nav is active. Right, and let's do flaps up. Right, flaps are coming up. And 220 knots is commanded. And we've got 1,000 feet to go. Autopilot 1. Alright, so it should capture 4,000 feet now. Profile speed, that goes to neutral. Ooh. Just overshot a little bit. Shouldn't happen, but there we go. Oh, that's already automatically. That's auto now. So 220 knots. So climb via the SIT flight level 130. Oh, press profile again. Profile climb, and off we go. So 220 knots. Right, transition, pull standard, cross checked. 60 checked. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks, Bergish. I know, yeah, it's that is huge performance. But still, I mean, you know, the 310 had that kind of excess performance, so not unrealistic. I have no idea, MCK. These are the kind of things I don't remember, or don't remember well. So now it's commanded 250 knots. And I'm surprised, it's really smooth. I mean, these dials are really smooth. Love it. I love the textures as well. MCK, do you still find time at the moment to do ATC on that sim? Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's a free add-on. Right, 317 for the climb now. So let's go ahead and so I've disarmed the spoilers, pull the lights off, turn off lights off. Seat belts. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too bumpy or anything like that, so let's go seat belts off. And we'll have ignition off as well. Main is clear. Anything down here? Not really. Flight plan. Nice. That was a good departure. Hey, Club Teak, how you doing? Beauty. You're now cleared for the low Earth orbit, yeah. It does look nice, doesn't it? I mean, come on. What a gorgeous aircraft. And where's Bruno? Good question. Try weather radar? Ooh. Well, I mean, doesn't it use the standard weather radar system or something? Motosuma, I haven't landed yet, so wait until I'm in London, all right? It worked. System 1. Yeah, it does use the bitmaps, yeah. Alright. Right, we've got tilt 6 up at the moment. That's a bit excessive, so let's go put that to 2 up in the climb. There we go. Yeah, but currently, I mean, there's no convective clouds right now, so I wouldn't expect any bigger moisture in these clouds. So right now, there's not really a necessity to have radar on, unless it would be dark or something, then maybe, yeah, but right, we're already at 130. Let's go and climb. Oh, hang on, that changes the digits. Ah, that way. Ah, not bad. Right, so we've got thrust climb, peak climb, 360. So you got to put that on test. Okay. But now it's not showing. It's not showing tilt or anything. Well, that's a test screen. Yeah, that's normal. I hope that goes away again. There we go. Yeah. So turbulent settings, it works. And TV Revenger, hello, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So it's still quite an impressive climb rate. I mean, 300 feet per minute. That's 3,000 feet per minute almost. But you got to realize that this aircraft literally was made for long-range flying. I mean, it was also used for, like, 1 or 2 hour trips across Europe, or let's say to Mallorca, for example, would be a typical kind of destination. But it could go across the Atlantic, so. So the maximum fuel value, just have a look. So look at that, the maximum fuel value is 60 tons. And we only had 12 tons on departure. So 60 tons, that's 50 tons more. So you can imagine the amount of extra weight that fuel means. And that means obviously a lot less performance than for the climb. Exactly, that's a complete A320, right? Did it use to say? I'm not into the exact numbers regarding what engines the 300 used and the 310 used. I would have to look that up. So according to the flight plan, there's something that's going to be interesting as well. I haven't used that SimBrief profile that has been posted, but we're supposed to have on arrival we're supposed to have around about 6 tons, because I have 2 tons of extra fuel, so 6 tons up on arrival. So fuel prediction. So it's estimating 5.6, which wouldn't be that bad. Let's remember that value, shall we? 5.6 is what the aircraft calculates right now. Hey, Negative. How you doing? Now, hang on, let me just check something. You can actually set the sounds for externals as well. Settings. So, exterior. Let's do that. Oh, that works. GG. Nice. Oh, nice. Got back from a 5k run. GG. Amondo, no worries. We have video on demand, so you can rewatch the takeoff. Beautiful. Up to now, I expected the worst, but I've not been disappointed to this point, so quite happy with it. Oh yeah, the weather here as well. Well, it was sunny today, but cold, blimey. Yeah, definitely winter time coming. How early in the flight can you tune the ILS and course? Now, normally, I mean, for the approach, let's have a look in it. Yeah, so here's the ILS. Well, you can tune it now, but it doesn't make sense because, I mean, on that frequency, you may pick up, you know, a station nearby, but you have that switch to nav anyway, so there's no point. I mean, you can't do any harm. Let's put it this way: you can't do any harm by tuning it early.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Duo Channel experience.
Hey, Sneakas, how you doing?
Could new
Thanks for the 5
subscribers
months.
please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the 5 months. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, Sean, I'm just trying to think, Sean, if there's any reason why you shouldn't do that right now. I don't find a reason. So, again, definitely do it when you have a low workload. So, you know, in cruise flights is the best, really the best time to do that. So a couple of days ago, I actually flew to Nice, and we did at night time. We had that VUR. Actually, no, we had the RMP Delta approach. I think it was RMP Delta, and then the visual circling. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous weather. Hey Florian. Yeah, it does look beautiful, doesn't find it interesting how the engine cowling is kind of mismatched, right? I mean, that can happen if you have a cowling that from another aircraft that has different paint scheme for the engines. Or maybe that was the paint scheme back then, I don't know. But normally whenever you see kind of mismatched coloring on the engine cowling, it means they exchanged a part somewhere. Right, let's do vertical speed here. 1,000 feet per minute for the last 1,000 feet. So we've got 1,500 feet to go. Would you also tune and descent wind forecast in the MCU? Yeah, I mean, again, if there's a prompt for that, definitely do that. It just helps with calculations. So descent forecast, yeah. Right, so now it should be good again. Yeah, we should be back. Sorry for that. I don't know what happened, why the upload suddenly died. Apologies, we should be back. Panic, no, all good. Right, there we go. Yeah, if you can't see the stream yet, just do a reload of the window. That should work. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for the feedback, guys. Appreciate that. Alrighty. Oh, one thing I need to do before I forget. Sorry, I need to do something here. Hold on. But I have. I think I've. Hold on. I think I've paused the updates for the Windows. Yeah, I didn't. So I have to pause the updating. Right, there we go. Hope that fixes it. Right, we're at level 360. Let's go back to profile. So we use the cost index to get the optimum cruising speed. There we go. Cruise checks. Let's do the system checks here. Engines looking good. Let's have a look for the fuel, hydraulics. Fuel total 9 tons at the moment. Oh, that's interesting. So it uses the inner fuel first, which does make sense. So you have a weight on the outer fuel, outer part of the wings, which helps alleviate the stress on the connection to the fuselage. The problem is MCK, theoretically yes, however in practice what happens, you get radar vectors and they say to you normally, especially when you come from the south, they will say to you descend 4,000 at 2,000 or more, or they would say, you know, descend 2,000, descend 4,000 at 1,500 or more. So they really have to get you down quickly. From the north, yeah, from the north we can do that, and we do continuous descent, like in London MCK. Heathrow has the same kind of procedure where you should try to do a continuous descent to the glide slope and descent, and that's why they tell you your track miles. Yeah, so they will say you've got 20 track miles and so on, so you can plan your descents properly. Beautiful. This flight deck is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Really nice. It's cool. Lovely. Oh, it does. You're right. It does use a trim tank. I didn't catch that. Yeah, you're right. It does. Look at that. No, I don't know. Yeah, so for some reason, yeah, the upload just for a couple of seconds died, but it recovered on its own, so that's good. Right, let's have a look at the routing here. So where are we? We are currently... where's my aircraft? Why can't I see my position? Hold on. Turn on Simlink. Huh? Hold on. Pretty sure I had Simlink on. Right, anyway, so we are currently at Retax. So here we are. That's Retax. We're on our way now. There's Liège. And there's Brussels. Then we continue via Costa over the channel, and then the standard arrival into Heathrow there. That's true, yeah. I wish that the EFB would have Navigraph charts, but who knows? Maybe they will implement it soon. But again, I mean, you know, at least here you have an EFB, right? PMDG still doesn't have an EFB. Speed should not be less than 200 knots, more than 12 miles distance, yeah. But the thing is, MCK, the weird thing is, in Frankfurt, you are pretty much told every time what speed you're supposed to fly. So they're really, really picky at the speeds, and you do not slow down without permission. If you do that, you get told off in Frankfurt. So, hey Ted. How was your flight in the Challenger? Your shared flight with Mark? I'm sure you enjoyed it. In the real world, you're often at 180 for the glide slope intercept. Yeah, yeah. Normally they would say 170 or more, or they would say 170 to 5, or 170 to 6, depends. Yeah, I think it's 170 to 6 in Frankfurt, yeah, something like that. Are there any wing views? Should be, right? Ah, yeah, there we go. Hold on. Haha! Lol. What's that? Ah. That's a shame though, that's overwing. I wish they had something... Yeah, alright. Go Fly, hello. Top drawer captain Mark did a great job keeping this straight now. That's cool. Yeah, Mark has learned a lot. Hey Nicolas Gunawit and Maximus. You new in Microsoft Flight Sim, but being used to P3D for years and Flight Sim X before. I'm not sure about any professional aircraft add-ons. Would you suggest Phoenix Airbus? Yeah, the Phoenix is definitely a fantastic add-on. Yeah. The PMDG is also, you know, if you look for more sophisticated aircraft, the PMDG is also good because there you can actually do some failures as well. Yeah, here I'm pretty sure you don't have failures in here, do you? Yeah, guys, on the next flight, on the Phoenix flight, I'll show you something new I'm not sure if that has been released yet. I don't think it has been released yet from the FSI panel. You can now actually pop circuit breakers with the FSI panel. So yeah, we'll try some stuff later on that. That's cool, Sapphire Wave. Okay, so they will be implementing some wing views later in the future update. Cool. JD, is Seven Coach often short of ROPSA, which is final approach fix for 7 right? So pilots seem to brake early, I guess. Well, to be honest, JD, if that's the case, that's instructed by ATC, because otherwise we would wait until about probably like 900 feet above the ground or something in that region. So 2,200, 2,300 feet altimeter. But again, that depends on the aircraft, you weight, you know, if you have tailwind or not. Oh yes, you're right, Icebird. Very good tip, Icebird. Yeah, the Mad Dog MD-80, 100%. That's also a fantastic add-on, and I'm ashamed that we have not flown that for ages. Yeah, Maximus, it's taken them a while to come into the Microsoft Flight Sim arena, but there are some good aircraft add-ons out now. And I read somewhere today, isn't there a MD... Not the MD-11, was it the DC-10 or something? The MD-11 is out? Okay. Hey Bone King, how you doing? Have you inserted a new URL? No. Hang on. I don't think so. Let me check. The link is charts.navigraph.com in Simtuka Chronico, so it's pretty much the same. Maybe clear out the... Oh, can you clear the cache there? I don't think so. Yeah, that's true, JD. So the foreign carriers, they will obviously be a bit more careful and extend the gear a bit earlier. Yeah, okay, the MD-11, so the one I'm talking about is made by... Oh, what was it? Buddy would know. Is it TFDI? Yes, it's yeah, it's that. TFDI, exactly. That's the one, yeah. That's not out yet. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's a lovely view of the flight deck, isn't it? Love it. Brilliant. Right, fuel check. So let's have a look for fuel check. So currently, we're still oh, there we go, 6.2. So that has improved. So currently we have 8.2. We're coming up to Brussels. So if we look at the Brussels VOR, that should have been 30 minutes after departure. So let's have a look at our clock. Look at that. GG. 30 minutes, right on time. Pro pilot here. And we're supposed to have a fuel value of 7.8. So we have 2 tons extra, which is not shown here. So 7.8 is what we're supposed to have, and it says we have currently 8.2. So that's 400 kilograms more than required, but that's all right. That's not far off. Coming back to follow-up question regarding hydraulics from a real-world issue, can you imagine a yellow system failure that impacts the APU? I wouldn't. Initial reaction would be no. A320. That's a good question for MCK as well. Yellow system. I don't know why it should have anything to do with the yellow, the APU. Why should it impact the? Yeah, the APU inlet flap is definitely electrically operated. Yeah. Sorry, Birdman. So, under what circumstances are you allowed to slow down without permission under ATC? Now, if they tell you free speed, so Birdman, whenever you are in an environment where there's a lot of aircraft, departing or arriving at an airport, you would normally either be given a certain speed by ATC. So if you then say you want to slow down, you would have to ask ATC for permission. Unless they say free speed. So if they say free speed, you could do whatever you like. You watched an emergency landing with hydraulics failure. They could not turn on the APU after landing. That is weird. I don't see how that could be linked. Tow in with an initially left engine running. Did they comment on it in any form, Andreas? That's the one. Yeah, that's the one I meant. DC-10. Yeah, exactly. From aerodynamics. Yeah. And apparently that is supposed to be pretty good. Well, okay, they call it a high fidelity simulation. We'll see. We'll try it out when it comes out. But who knows? It may be very good. Yeah, weird. Okay, Andreas, interesting. Maybe if you got a link for the video, Andreas. So no further info at Aviation Herald. What do you have the link for the from Aviation Herald, Andreas? Let me see. Can I commit you here? Nicolas, it's not a button.
Stop rudder input. Stop rudder input.
So there was an accident in the US after takeoff, where the rudder, so the whole rudder section of the aircraft was torn off the aircraft. Yeah, American 587, because they were doing excessive rudder inputs left and right. So they quickly went from full left to full right, or vice versa, and it overstressed the joints. And the rudder actually tore off. So that's a warning to stop rudder input. Oh, so it's a fairly fresh accident or incident then. Okay. A few months back, I was able to enjoy an early go-around on 25 left. Was sitting at the Lufthansa and I was able to see the plane already being climbed again. Yeah, lovely. Right, we've got descent error coming in at 40 miles. Let's check the arrival routing. So let's go here. So let's go flight plan. Logan. So Logan at 250. And Sabre at 160, correct. Then there's a speed limit, visual max 250. Yeah, 250, correct. Then Lamborn at 70 and 220 knots, correct. And then we go on to that transition. So that's all correct, meaning we will use the VNAV descent profile. Now for the setup for the ILS, again we're going to do the ILS 09 left, simple reason, because we have the Windsor Castle right there, so definitely some nice view. So the frequency is 110.3 and 089 inbound course. So here's 10.3 and the inbound course .089. There we go, so that's preset. For the minimums, we're doing a Cat 1 approach, meaning 280. And we'll set that. Oh, hang on. That was on the approach page, wasn't it? Yeah. MDA 280 in there. I'm not sure. I can't remember if that's auto-tune or not. For some reason, I always put the ILS in here. So here's auto-tuning for the VURs, as you can see, but I'm not sure if the ILS is auto-tuned. Gabriel, exactly that. Exactly that. So we're going to wave to the king today. It's his birthday, so why not? Alpha, normally I would go with the real world weather, but or the real world approach, but right now the weather is 140 at 4. So hey Tim, so it's still easterly winds, but 4 knots. Obviously they would appreciate or prefer the 2.7 approaches, because again, especially when it's the king's birthday, they don't want to have aircraft fly by and make noise. Right, so in real life, definitely you would have 2.7s in use, even with some tailwind. So when ready, descent level 250. So we'll have 250, 20 miles to go. So the ILS does not auto-tune. There we go. There we go, that's better, Tim, yeah. Correct. Hope you're doing good, Tim. Right, so, anything else we need to set? We need to set the landing performance, although it only has a takeoff performance calculated, doesn't it? Yeah, that's only a takeoff. So, for landing, regarding auto brake, let's do auto brake low. And for landing, since we're not that heavy, we'll do a flat config 2020. And for that, we need to put this switch to here. Now, it'd be interesting to see if we have the same issues that we had on... Oh, we can't move that. Oh, there we go. So that didn't work in X-Plane sometimes. So we'll have a look if that works. Right, let's go. So we got P descend armed. So that's like VNAV descend. So that's all right. Beautiful. Love it. Actually, up to now, I've expected the worst. But right now, I am actually happy. The GPWS. Alright, let's start descend here. So now we got P descend armed. EDDF indicating. Well, see, well, the thing is, MCK, I don't know, I have a feeling that auto brake medium would be pretty strong. There we go, retard, P descend. GPWS, hold on, I'm lost. Oh, you mean the landing desk? The landing? Yeah, we said that. The landing elevation. Yeah, that's all set. All right, let's have a look at the descent checklist then. See if we've covered everything. So we've got approach checklist signs. Well, it's a bit early for the signs yet, so we wait for the checklist then. Okay, JD, no worries. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't really make much sense to go a config 20 or like config 3 in the A320 and then use medium auto brakes. Yeah, that's true. So that combination low, auto brake low and flaps 20 is all right. That's something you can do. So 250 by Logan, and then let's do 160. So descend 160, level by Sabre. So let's see how the aircraft handles that. Yeah, that's a special case indeed. Man, if that continues to go so well and performs well even in London Heathrow with the scenery, man, that would be absolutely amazing. And again, it's a free add-on. Fuel, 7.2 tons. Min version for Manchester is 2.4, 1.8, so 4.2. 4.2 tons Min version at the Mr. Put point. So depending on your vertical speed is adjusting that forecast error. So that's again that blue arrow. That's the forecasted point where you will reach the FCU selected altitude given the current vertical speed. So right now that is fluctuating a bit. When you come into Heathrow, we would normally wait with the seatbelt signs until we get told by the controller whether or not to expect holding. So quite typically you would be told, for example, enter Lambourne, hold, delay to be expected is about 10 minutes. Right, or 15 minutes. Or they sometimes, last time I was in London, they actually said, yeah, descend such and such, and leave Lambourne heading such and such. So you know that you're not going to have any delays. And when you don't have delays, obviously, then you can look at your progress page and look at the time, how much time you have remaining. So right now, we still have about 23 minutes to go. And 15 minutes before landing is where we normally switch on the seatbelt signs. So 250 by Logan.
Welcome aboard the
good.
Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Evening Captain and passengers, BB711 thumbs up.
Oh, I think I know why the commands don't work. Hang on, give me a second here. Thank you so much to Paul Flies. Thank you so much for the 18 months. Right, let me see if that works now. No. Right, maybe it just takes a few more minutes. I'm gonna get it working. I swear, I'm gonna get it working. I know I am. TAT and icing range, well, right now we don't have any moisture, so yeah, I know the emotes, they translate a bit weird. If you hold at level 900 below level 100, so seatbelts should be on. Would you keep the seatbelts off because I'm catching a drop? No, so, well, I mean, a good question, but yeah, below level 100, yeah, I would have the seatbelts on at that point. I use the VSync in Microsoft Flight Sim options, and then externally I have my monitor set to 30 Hertz. And that way it syncs up to 30 FPS. It's a bit bumpy here. Good, so big briefing, no, quick briefing. So we are going to fly the Logan 2 Hotel arrival to Lambourne, and then either radar vectors or the standard arrival, runway 09 left. The sector around Heathrow is, well, the highest is 2,200 in the northwest, otherwise it's 2,100. Extra fuel right now we have around about 1.7, 1.6 tons extra. For landing, we're going to vacate the runway to the right since we're landing 09 left. Stop margin, I would guess about 1,000 meters stop margin, or breakers low. The missed approach will take us straight ahead, and when passing 1580 or 0.0 miles from India Alpha Alpha, whichever is later, climb left turn track 036 and climb 3000, and then as directed. I don't see any specials. There's nothing non-normal. Threats, a lot of traffic. Yeah, 160 by Sabre. Looks good. It's doing that well. Thanks so much, MCK. Have a good one. Senshai, hey, nice to see you. Senshai, I hope you're doing good. Hey JD, it's always, you always communicate with your cabin crew. So yeah, I mean, right, P descent, level 90. Actually, let's go 70, wasn't it, by Lamborn? Yeah, 70, so let's go 70. Well, Senshai, the weird thing is, I expected the worst, and everything's going well. Yeah, so I have, at this point, everything ran smoothly, knock on wood. So now we have about 15 minutes to go, so seatbelts on. We'll get the landing lights on already because we are entering a high density area. Is that weather radar return? It is. What? Look at that. That's weird. Gabriel, well, we just have to open up a second window then for the Twitch chat. Tim, no, they're not, but it's a saying, isn't it? Yes, so Campy, what I did was, I first of all, I did set under options with calibration. First of all, I said reverse on throttle axis no. And then tap to calibrate, and then I calibrated the thrust levers, and it worked quite nicely. Hey Voyager, moin. Yeah, if that doesn't work, Campy, there is a forum thread. Yeah, if that doesn't work, there is a forum thread where it tells you. Maybe Senshai, do you have a link to that? They tell you how to modify the ini file yourself. Yeah, but try that first with the EFB. Yeah, try that first. Yeah, can't be a pleasure. Well. Good question. Let's do that then. So let's go down by -1.5. It probably doesn't change much, does it? So, wow, okay, 70 by Lamborn, hang on. Oh, that's 7,000 above. No, shouldn't that be 7,000 at? Or maybe for the transition, it's 7,000 above. Yeah, that's plus, I didn't see that before, so... That doesn't work. You can't overwrite that. Ah, okay, no, that's okay, that's the way. So here we go. Now, of course, it's going to say we're too high. Yeah, we're a bit too close for that. But who knows? Maybe we'll still manage. Yeah, Gabriel, that's what I think as well, right? It's from Asobo's API, so that's true. At least you have a little bit of a, radar return. So I agree. I mean, that's better than nothing. Right, I'm gonna go with vertical speed here. So let's do that. Senshai, yeah, that's the one, exactly. So, Campi, Senshai has posted a link for people that are struggling to calibrate the throttles. Perfect. Dankeschön. Well, I mean, nah, we'll leave it as is, because it's going to be dark below the clouds as well. So there we go. Now, how many track miles do we have? We've got about still 30 miles to go. So now we got that banana arc there, the yellow one. Again, that tells us with that descent rate, we'll reach 7,000 or 70 at this point there. The Banji, guten Abend, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Jesus, well, when we put on the seatbelt signs, it's about 15 minutes before landing, and then yeah, 5 minutes prior, you get the call, prepare, or cabin crew prepare for landing. That tells the cabin crew to stop everything or finish everything that they were doing and get seated and strap in. But there's a change between long range and short range, so there's different procedures for that. Lovely. Going into the clouds. Just a little bit of rain, nothing to worry about. So yellow means a bit more precipitation. But temperature right now is 9 degrees, so I'm going to switch on the engine anti-ice. Engine 1 and 2. So 70. And Lewis, hey, how you doing? Well, Kushu, it's using the standard Asobo radar, but that's better than nothing. I agree. That is better than nothing. Terrain display, yeah, that's true. At the Windsor, it's not. Hey, Mag Tango Charlie, are you there right now? Just wondering what the cloud cover. Overcast 2,700. No, we should be all right. We should be able to see the Windsor Castle. Overcast 2,700 feet. handful of miles from the top. Nice. Greetings. So 220 knots. Supposed to maintain 7,000 until landborne 30 miles. And then we'll descend.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Duo Channel Experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank
Right,
you.
sorry for the... I need to get my chat.
I hope they add some more features to the EFB.
Papa Charlie, thank you so much for your support. Yeah, me too. Navigraph would be great, for example. Right. Can't get that. What's happening today? Why can't I get that working? What's happening to the sound command? Oh wait, hang on. Is that on silent? Hold on. Oh, hold on. I think I know what's happening. Hold on. Ah. Oh, that's silly. Oh. Right. Yeah, it wasn't connected to a speaker, that's why. Lewis, up to now, I like it a lot. I've not had any issues. We did the uplink and SimBrief, so the routing uplink, we did all the programming. You should not try to load weather info through the ACAR system here. That apparently freezes the NCDU. There's one or two other things you should try to avoid, but I pretty much use the aircraft like I use other aircraft as well. And up to now, up to this point, FPS is fine, sounds are fine, the aircraft is behaving very nicely, so nothing to complain about. So I'm going to dial in 2,500. So 2,500 is set. Let's try to use profile again. So profile altitude. So yeah, it's going to level off again because we haven't reached that fix yet. Yeah, Old Man Bishop. I came across that by pure coincidence. So, Roy, you have no issues with requesting weather through ACARs. Yeah, that's weird though, isn't it? Some people have issues, some don't. Right, there we go. Now 6,000 it is. So it should level off now at 6,000 to maintain that restriction. And it does. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah, exactly. It's the best Boeing aircraft Airbus has ever built. I fully agree. What a beauty. Right, off we go, down descend 3.5, yeah? So if we get told to, let's say, maintain 200 knots, pull on that knob there, so we're now on selected speed, we'll go flaps or slats 15. Out they come. What plane replaced the A310 in the real life? That's a good question. I would think more like an A330. I don't think it did, no. It doesn't do that here, no.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
Hey, Megas.
Could new subscribers please
Megas.
make your way to the first class cabin?
I'll write to you in
Complimentary
private.
drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served.
Thank you so much for your support. 59 months.
Ahoy,
Thank you so
Captain.
much.
Long time no see. Hope you are well and everything is running to your satisfaction.
It
Thanks
is.
for being the grand man you are and all the
Oh, that's
entertainment
really
and knowledge. May Fortuna be with you and your new PC smile. Greetings.
Yeah, hopefully. Megas, thank you so much for the kind words and your support. Yeah, I have actually followed your advice, Megas. You know what I mean, so I'm not going to spoil everything right now, but definitely there will be some changes in the setup soon. Yeah, thanks for that. Right, so we are coming towards the glide slope in a minute, so let's continue to descend. Here's 4,000, and we're going to be down to 2,500. Oh, transition. So the QNH is 1005. So let's go 1005. So there we go. Let's go vertical speed, out to blue, and let's have a look for the ILS. And let's go lock star, glide slope blue. Now I've heard there may be an issue. So Cat 3 with glide slope intercept. Comes the next setting of flaps, 180 knots. No, it's a capture. Glide slope star. All fine. Right, so checklist. Descent checklist, approach checklist. Signs are set. Briefing confirmed. Ecom status checked. Altimeter 1005 set. Minimums is 280 set. And ignition, let's do continuous. Engine
Welcome
anti-ice
aboard the
can go
Captain
off
Black
now.
Box
It's
Twitch
13
channel
degrees.
subscriber experience. Could new subscribers
And landing
please
aviation
make
set.
your
So
way to
that's
the
the
first
approach
class
set is
cabin,
completed.
where
Here comes the
complimentary
landing
drinks,
gear,
snacks
and we
premium
should be
flight
close to.
entertainment
Oh,
will be
look at that!
served. Thank you.
Here is Windsor Castle.
Good evening, Captain. I hope all is
So
good.
happy
with you.
birthday to the king. All the best wishes. Yeah, let's make some noise. Alrighty. And we're at flaps 2020. Let's go down to the approach speed. And the approach speed should be... where is it? 145. Or 146 actually. So 146 it is. Right, autopilot off. Auto thrust off. There we go. Right, on glide, on path, everything's good. So let's have a look if we can land this thing. Landing checklist. Where's my first officer? Landing gear is down 3 green. Flaps are 2020, just slightly lower here. Let's correct that. Do a little bit fast as well. And so that's flaps 2020. Spoilers armed. Landing checklist completed. Pushing on the pitch.
300.
Cabs.
Sync rate.
Yeah, correcting.
200.
Trying to trim the aircraft.
100.
Now the glide slope says one path.
60. 40. 30. 20. 10. 9.
Come on. There you go. Why is the left reverser not working? Crying out loud. There we go. So both reversers are open. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. We had decel, manual brakes, auto brake is off. What can I say? Hey guys, I got absolutely stable 30 plus FPS. So absolutely no issues whatsoever. Really lovely smooth. Hey Andrew, thank you. Yeah, the only issue I had, it was a bit mistrimmed when I took over manually. So let's go to the left here. But apart from that, all fine. Behaved very well. Cool. Flight director off. Hoist, actually not bad. It's actually felt as if it's like a little bit more heavy or heavier aircraft. The only thing I need to check again is the pitch axis, the sensitivity. So it felt like a little bit like the 737, where from a certain point or a certain input, it just feels as if it's just using a little bit too much elevator. Roy, I am not sure if that's the... Is that the sounds from... it must be, right? From iniBuilds. Because I'm using FS Realistic. Let's start the APU. APU on. Start. Yeah, Davey, exactly. So there is different approach categories regarding U minimums, auto land, etc., etc. So do we have an after landing checklist here? No, just parking then. Oh, hang on, disregard. No, there. Landing. After landing. Flap slats retracted, transponder as required. So we can actually go and put this to... Well, this should be off. And let's put the transponder... Where was it? There. To... there. Anti-skid checked. No, sorry. Weather radar is off. Spoilers disarmed. APU is started. That's the after landing checklist completed. Let's park here. Oh, no, let's park over there. Disregard. Let's go one more. APU is running. Fantastic. So my resume, I am absolutely positively surprised by the add-on. I expected a lot of trouble because I've read all kinds of people having trouble with the simulator now. Oh, now it's a bit laggy. Oh, because the range is setting in, that's why. But you saw it. It behaved flawlessly. Well, sunshine maybe with a new graphics card. Who knows? Maybe. I'm hoping that will help. You hope, Andre, that you come out with a 300, 600R as well. Well, we'll see. Love how it just
Welcome
started to
aboard the
rain.
Captain Black
So
Box
cool.
Twitch channel subscriber experience.
Right, let's park
Could new
here.
subscribers please make your way to the first class
Hey,
cabin,
Biko.
where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
The Biko.
Hola, hola.
Hola,
Finally,
hola.
Christmas is coming, BB 711,
It is.
beloved.
It is. Thank you so much. Maybe give a round of applause for that. There we go. How are you doing? ¿Cómo estás? Hola, hola. There we go. Let's stop here. Let's get the parking brake set. APU was running. APU bleed on. Oh. No. There we go. Off. Muy bien. Perfect. Right. Beacon off. Strobe. Oh, strobe's supposed off anyways. That's all good. Fuel pumps. I guess we're going to switch all the fuel pumps. We want to have all of the probes off, window heat off. And that's the overhead panel. Transponder standby. Radar was off anyways. Good. And then let's have a look at the checklist. So, parking checklist. APU bleed is on. Engines are off. No fuel flow. Differential pressure check 0. For that we need to go to pressure. And differential pressure is 0. Then we've got light signs as required, so we'll have seatbelts off for disembarkation. Fuel pumps off, window probe heats off, parking brake are set. That's your parking checklist completed. Then I'm going to go with that. No, hang on, where's my connections? Let's go with Jetway. Cool, that works. Love it. Oh yeah. Right, again, I positively surprised. I love it. I will definitely use it again in the sim here. Absolutely nice. Is that the wing lights or something? Oh, turn off lights. There we go. Really, really good. Well, GSX, I don't think GSX works here for some reason. Oh yes, it does. Request deboarding.
Deboarding requested.
Right, let's see. Let's do British Airways. Lord. Right, let's see. Let's see what happens. Mark. Right, okay, that's a bit inaccurate, so you shouldn't use a high loader for that. For That you would normally just have baggage belt, but I guess you would have to change that manually in GSX with profile.
Passengers, the boarding started.
That's not bad. Well, it's just the stairs at the rear of the aircraft. And the rest is as expected. Maybe it's a heavy dog. Lol, yeah. Probably is. A very aggressive heavy dog. Cool. Lovely. Right, that was a nice flight, guys. What I was going to say. We're going to stop the stream here. We'll start again in about 10 minutes. And we'll fly the Phoenix from Düsseldorf to Copenhagen. And I'll show you guys a new feature in FSI panel with the circuit breakers that you can pop through the FSI panel. So quite some neat stuff coming up. And then the last flight we'll do is the glider flying in Innsbruck. Looking forward to that as well. Guys, for the glider flying later, we'll do that on multiplayer. On Microsoft Multiplayer. Sim Caesar, thank you so much again. Are you streaming today, Sim Caesar? Today is Monday. Let's see. So again, big shout out. Thank you, Mark, for the shout out for Sim Caesar. Same to Motosuva. Thank you so much. Gabrielle, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, glad you enjoyed it, guys. Thank you so much for the support. And if you like, yeah, see you in a few minutes with the Phoenix. If not, stay well, stay healthy. Tomorrow, alrighty. Sim Caesar tomorrow. Alright. Good night, everyone. My dear moderators, thank you so much. And I'll see you again in a few minutes. Thank you so much.